Hey y'all, I'm Emily and welcome back to Bama Based, where I find peace in my garden and joy in my kitchen. We are in the middle of that massive winter storm hitting a good majority of the states. But right now we have a break in the weather, but it is still way too cold and yucky outside for this southern girl to be out there. So I'm sitting at my kitchen table today, just anxiously waiting for spring to arrive. Well, since I'm stuck indoors, I want to start more of my brassicas today. So the plan for me today is to start more collards, so more Georgia Southern collards. And these seeds came from Botanical Interests, more white Vienna kohlrabi, and these came from Seed Therapy, more rutabaga, and these seeds came from Emma Gardner. And then I have Utah celery from Southern Seeds. They had a name change, so it's the exact same company. It used to be Southern Seeds, but then they changed to Seed Therapy. Then I want to do some Napa cabbage and some Copenhagen market cabbage, because cabbage really is the only vegetable I can get my hubby to eat. So that's the plan. So y'all, let's get into it. So several weeks ago, Greenstalk had their warehouse sale, and I snagged two of their seed starting kits along with an actual Greenstalk tower. So I haven't set the tower up yet, but I definitely want to start using my seed starting kit. So I put my jungle growth soil mix in each of the pockets. I've already put water in the tray, and I'm ready to start planting. And y'all, I love the pink color. All right, so the first seeds I'm going to plant is the Copenhagen market cabbage. And these seeds are from 2024. I'm sure they are still fine, but I will probably plant 2 or 3 in each pocket and then thin later. So I'm just taking the pointy end of my pin here just to give me a little pocket. Not going too deep at all. And I'll just sprinkle in 2 or 3 in each little hole. And I still have seeds left over. Seal those back up. I'm going to lay that right there so I don't forget what I planted. Now I want to start the Napa cabbage from Seed Therapy. I'm going to follow the same process. Just do a little hole. And just drop a few in each little hole, and then I will then later thin to one. All right, moving on to celery, Utah celery. Same process. I love opening up a brand new seed packet. I'm a sucker for seeds. All right, these seeds are very small, so I'm going to sprinkle on top. Next is the white kohlrabi. And I still have plenty of seeds. What I like most about this jungle growth soil mix is it's not like true seed starting mix. I don't have to up pot as soon as I have some true leaves like you would with typical seed starting mix, because there are nutrients in this. and it's not overly barky. So to me, it's just a perfect consistency. Now, one of my favorite vegetables is the rutabaga. So I'm going to start it in the next cell here. Y'all, if you've never tried a rutabaga, I highly encourage you to do so. They are fantastic. I like them mashed. I like them roasted with some butter and some onions. Just throw them in your oven. So good. And again, I will thin later. And last one is the good old Southern Georgia collards. Can't go wrong with collard greens. And I still have a ton of these seeds, and I purchased these in 2023. So they give you a ton. All right. And I will thin those later. So I'm going to just press all the seeds lightly into the soil and cover them. That's good. And here's the most important thing that I have promised myself I will do better this year for 2026, and that's labeling. I am notorious for planting seeds and forgetting what the heck I did. So I'm going to start off 2026 strong with planting these cells or labeling these cells. And I'm going to save me a few steps and not just label the individual tray. I'm going to label each pocket as well. Because I am known, y'all, I'm known for like getting in a hurry and needing to up pot these suckers. And I'll have just one tag. And so one pot will get relabeled and the other 5 will become mystery plants. So I will label each pocket. All right, so our Georgia Southern collards are labeled. Now I'm going to move on to the rutabagas. Same thing, just lightly press them into the soil. Oh, found some pieces of bark. I'm gonna get out of there. And y'all, the plant labels and the garden marker I purchased from MI Gardener, but you can buy the exact same thing off of Amazon, from Garden Answer, several locations on the internet. So they each serve the same purpose. I used to use a Sharpie, but I found the Sharpie would not last throughout the season. So I'm going to give this garden marker a try. All right, so moving on to the Copenhagen market cabbage. Exact same thing. Get some of that bark out and just press them into the soil. Alrighty, so the hubby ran outside for me to grab more plant labels because I ran out. All right, so now that I have more plant labels, I'm going to move on to the Napa cabbage. Press those into the soil. And of course, label. Looking great. So now I'm going to do the celery. I'm just going to press those into the soil just a little bit. Now moving on to the kohlrabi. I'm going to press these into the soil just a little bit too. And label these. So I have a full tray of seeds started in the new seed starting tray from Greenstalk. I'm excited to see what they do and how well they germinate in this. So since the hubby hasn't heated the greenhouse yet for me, that is our plan to do very soon. I'm going to keep these indoors since we're in that crazy wintergeddon in the south right now. So these are just going to sit on my kitchen counter just for a few days, and then I'll move them out to the greenhouse. So y'all, I hope you give this all these vegetables a try. These do great in cooler temps. So I'm just going to give them a head start and then move them out as soon as the threat of a freeze is over. So if y'all could give this video a like and a thumbs up and subscribe for me and help me grow the channel. And I look forward to what the spring and summer months can have for us. There's plenty of possibilities, and that's what I love most about seed starting, because it's a new adventure. So again, this is Emily from Bama Based, where I find peace in my garden and joy in my kitchen. Until next time, y'all. Bye.